Hey guys, it's Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, and in today's video, we're going to do an in-depth review on the Broadvoice desktop app, also known as Communicator. Today with me, I have Chris Young and Kathleen Anito with Broadvoice. Really quickly, before we hop into this video, you guys, can each of you explain to the viewers, what you do at Broadvoice, what each of your roles are?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Kathleen and I'm the channel manager for Broadvoice in the Northeast. I am jack of all trades. If there's anything you need, call me or email me. If you have questions or you want demos or you want to know what our spiffs are or any of those, our latest products, call me, email me, and I will get you the answer.
Cool, cool.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Young. I'm the sales engineer. Kathleen is the jack of all trades, and I'm the technical background that keeps that going. And so when you need a demo, I'm the guy running the demo. And if you have any technical questions, I'm the one here to answer those. So
Cool.
glad to be here today.
Really quick before we hop into the uh, desktop app demo, into Communicator, what it is, how it helps clients, can one of you just kind of give just a quick, short and sweet? Who is Broadvoice? What do you guys do? What makes you different in the market of voice over IP and phone systems? For those who are new to Broadvoice.
Perfect. I'll start and then I'll let Chris fill in any of the gaps because Chris is the technical guru. Who is Broadvoice? We did a video about that, but really who we are is we're a hosted voice company and our specialty is the SMB marketplace, which has notoriously been underserved. Um, the SMB is defined as 1,000 seats or under. Our sweet spot is between 2 and 250 seats. And that's who we are. We've been around since 2007, and I'm going to let Chris fill in any of the gaps.
I think that's pretty much it. That's a good high level summary.
High level.
Cool, cool. All right. Well, let's jump right into this. Chris, if you want to share your screen so the folks watching can actually see
Sure.
Communicator, the desktop app. Let's see here. Let me look at my bullet point questions here. Okay. First, before we hop into this, while you've got this up, uh, could you guys just share with the audience, without going into obviously the details of what's going on in current news and politics surrounding what, which is not to be named in this video, what is the reasoning behind why desktop apps and things like mobile apps have become so important? What does this empower persons to do?
Well, it lets you work from anywhere, so it doesn't matter what computer you're actually logging into. So you could be on your kid's computer or down the street at your neighbor's house. It doesn't matter as long as you log into your account at Broadvoice. You can answer your calls, you can chat, any of that feature functionality with the desktop app.
Cool, cool. It's funny that you mentioned that too, because I had a client once that they were just kind of giving me just some examples of why they felt that their desktop app was so powerful or was so beneficial to them. And they were explaining to me how they went on a cruise, and they didn't plan on doing any work on the cruise, but something had came up and they were able to go to like the computer lab that they had for, the public, like, internet cafe or whatever that they had on the cruise. And they were able to access their desktop app and make a call and answer some text messages and things like that. So just wanted to elaborate on that for folks that are watching this that are new to that. So real quick, could you guys show the viewers what does it look like to make a call on this app, like to make a call and to do something like check your incoming and outgoing call history?
Yeah. So all of your history is actually here on the left-hand side. So any interaction you have with that person will be logged within that chat window here. So as an example, you can see here's the call history I have with this particular number. Now, if I want to call this person, there's a couple different ways I can do it. As I highlight people on the left-hand column here, so Kathleen, who's on the call, or this particular number here, this is a off-network cell number, you'll see this little start call button. So I can just simply press that start call button. Then bottom right hand side, the calling interface will open up. And then momentarily, I'll start to receive a call on that number that's calling in. So I'm not sure if you guys can see it. There we go.
Yep.
And then the call gets answered. And then you'll see the call interface change a little bit. So you have the ability, your kind of standard call control functions, mute. I can put the call on hold. I could transfer the call. And the cool thing about the transfer is it'll actually pull up a list of all the different people in my office. So if I want to look for somebody in particular, let's say Kathleen. There we go. And then I could transfer to her mobile or her office number, or if I wanted to type in a number manually, I could do that as well. I'll just go ahead and cancel and back out of that. There's also the ability to turn this into a video call. So if I click this little button here, it'll actually send a link to that person, regardless of them being on our network or not, and then they can actually make a video call. They can connect to a video that way as well. So I'll just go ahead and drop that call off right there. If it's an inbound call, you'd see that same little pop-up interface pop up in there, and then you'd be able to answer the call and handle it the same way as well. You hold transfers and so on.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I actually like the feature that you showed, the little panel that you had that popped out on the far right. I talk with a lot of customers that they're coming from older phone systems where they've got like the expansion card, the older phone systems. We're talking like 10 years old or more, where they've got the expansion card, with the little plastic plate and the paper under it that's got the speed dial for the different extensions. Yeah, that's actually really cool that somebody could be on this, and no matter where the different staff members or employees are, they have access to kind of like a virtual expansion to be able to see, everybody in the office. I did have one quick question about that, which wasn't in our original script, so I'm throwing you kind of a curveball. In that little expansion thing, if you could pull that up again, that was on the far right.
Yeah, let me go ahead and let me establish the call again, because that's my transfer directory, basically.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead.
Does that thing allow you to be able to see the status of that person? Like, are they on a call? Are they on do not disturb? Are they away? Or does it let you see anything like that?
You actually can see that on the left-hand side. So I put it there as my roster window. So this shows me my recent history, but it also shows me everybody in the company. So as an example right now, Kathleen is online, so she shows as green. If somebody were to be busy, they'll show as yellow. Or if somebody's on the phone, you'll see like a little red phone icon. When they're on a call. So that you can, I was thinking you would kind of segue into that actually. So I'll go ahead and answer that.
See, that's Chris for you. Chris is always one step ahead.
Cool. I like it. Yeah, that's a great interface. Okay, so back to my next questions. Show me how somebody would know if they, through the desktop app, through Communicator, show me how somebody would know if they have any voicemails, and also how they would check them, like what that would look like.
So the voicemails in this scenario, when you have the desktop app, would actually just come into your email, or you would also have a visual voicemail component. If you wanted to check your voicemails, you can just simply press open the new call thing and then dial the voicemail code. So it'd be *21, and then you would dial that, and then you could dial into your voicemail box and check it. Typically, when somebody's using a desktop client, they're more into the visual voicemail experience. So as an example, when I log into my portal, this is what I would see. And I would just be able to see my visual voicemail this way. And in turn, then I can interact with it. I can also use our voicemail to text transcription component as well as listen to it from here. So
wow.
That's typically how somebody interfaces with that.
I got one quick question before you leave that window. If you can go back to that. I just saw something. I see over there where it shows like it looks like send it by email, download. It looks like you can forward that. Is that the ability to email somebody a voicemail, and what that little thing that looks like a forward, is that the ability to forward it to another user, to another extension?
Yeah, it'll actually forward it to another mailbox. So it'll pull up in this little interface here, type in whoever I want to forward it to, and then I hit forward, and then in turn, it will show up in Kathleen's mailbox as a new message.
What? Okay, you just blew my mind there, because I can't tell you how many people that have found me online have called me and said, hey, I've talked to X amount of phone companies and asked them, is there an ability to forward voicemails to another extension, and they tell me no. So that's truly a unique feature on you guys' part. There aren't many carriers that offer that. There aren't any that I know of currently other than you guys that are hosted voice over IP carriers.
Yeah, you can also do it from the phone with our platform. I personally find that this just gives me a much more tactile feedback. I type in the person's name, I know exactly who I'm sending it to.
Yep.
Maybe if I want to send it to additional people, I click on that additional person as well. So if I want to forward this off to a couple of different people, and then I just hit the forward button, done.
Whoa.
As opposed to older systems where you listen to the message, you press some sort of code, you dial the party's extension. There's no confirmation that you're sending it to a particular extension. It just says you dialed 1234. That's it. You dialed 1234. In this one, I type in Kathleen's name and it goes to Kathleen.
And I already
Gotcha.
got it. I already got the voice now, a couple minutes ago.
Cool. Okay. Next, show me and the viewers what it looks like to check your text messages, like to send or receive like a text message through the
So
platform.
that's actually a good point because there's actually two ways that you would message people. You would have instant messaging, which is internal. So as an example here on the screen that I have, this is a dialogue between myself and Kathleen. And then she can respond back to that. If you want to send a text, you would actually enter in whichever phone number you want. So in this case, this is my cell number. And that'll come through in just a moment. And I'll pull it up on I'll show you guys. Let's see here. Yeah. No, I'll reply back.
Prince, when you keep saying show me, I keep thinking you're going to say show me the money. Like, hey, show me.
Yep. You can see the little text there. So, and then you see
show me
back.
the text.
Cool. So you've got text messaging for external parties like customers, callers, consulting, whatever, and then you guys have also got internal messaging for like just internal messaging between extension to extension, user to user.
Exactly. So there's Kathleen responding back to me. Back to the external texting thing real quick though. That's more of a one-to-one relationship. So it's designed more for like an executive ownership. If there's a thing where you need to actually do like mass texting or mass interactions with clients, we have other products that can fit those needs as well.
Cool. Well, maybe we will do a future video on that. Wink, nudge, wink.
Sounds good. I'll get something set up.
Let's see here. Oh, I had one more question before we move from texting and internal messaging. Does that internal messaging allow you to do group messaging? Like would say
Yes.
you, Kathleen, and then maybe another staff member at Broadvoice?
Yeah, I'm an avid 49ers fan. Not sure if we can say that on a YouTube video or not, but this was some of my coworkers. We're all 49ers fans, so this is a chat room that we're in, and you can see the different chat rooms because they're indicated by these little double silhouette or triple silhouette icons.
Gotcha.
This is the standard icon there.
Gotcha.
So in this case, I've actually starred or favorited the different rooms, so those appear at the top of my list.
Cool.
Obviously, that's a great way to have like collaboration for groups. You know, like a question comes up and somebody's like, "Hey, I don't know how to handle this order," or whatever may have you. Then they can, talk to their chat room of all their constituents or not constituents, colleagues and such, and figure out how to handle it.
Gotcha. All right. I think we've covered most everything in the desktop app in Communicator. Is there any other features, Chris or Kathleen, that you got that I haven't asked about that are in here that are notable or that you want the audience to know that this tool has the capability to do?
Yeah, so I touched on it very lightly when we had that call established to my number. You can produce video calls and video conferences with this. So if I wanted to right now, I could do join video conference. It will send an invite to Kathleen and she can join it and I can invite others to join that video conference. And it's kind of like a little mini Zoom. It's good for, 4 to 6 total participants. There's a screen share component. And on top of that, you can send out an external link to other people. So if I wanted you to join and you're not in my organization, I could just send you that link and then you'd be able to join my call.
Gotcha. Okay. Anything else?
That's all that I can think of. Kathleen, was there anything that I'm missing here?
Should we talk about call tagging here or no?
Call tagging really doesn't pertain so much to the Communicator now.
Okay.
Well, I think that pretty much wraps up this video. I definitely want to thank you both, Chris and Kathleen, for being here today and showing me. I learned some things today. I learned, first of all, that you guys are like the only hosted voice over IP service provider that I know of currently that actually allows you to forward voicemails to other people. Like that's
Well, and
to
it's
other
super
people
seamless in that
internally.
portal too.
Yeah, that was that. I mean, it was like just the click of a button. Boom, click it. Boom. Here's who you wanted to go to. Done.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You'd be surprised how many people ask me for that function to be able to forward their voicemails to other staff members to, I guess, to delegate or to handle a request that may have gotten dropped into the wrong box or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I want to thank you guys both for being here. For anybody who is watching this video, let me minimize my screen here. Here we go. For any of you who are watching this video and you like what you see, you'd like to learn more about not only the desktop app, i.e. Communicator, but also Broadvoice as a company. Maybe you've got other functions and features that you require, like mobile app, which they offer as well. Maybe you need desk phones. Maybe you just like to see a more in-depth demo. You can give me a shout and I will hook you up with Chris and Kathleen for them to show you whatever you'd like to see. Learn more about Broadvoice as a company and get a quote with special pricing. If you're watching this video and you found it helpful, please like the video. Please subscribe to our channel. We add new videos 3 times a week. Prince Rich with Rich Technology Group, your go-to guy for the best deals on business phone and internet service in the United States. Talk to you guys again in the next video.